Hello there, have you ever been wondering, is there this one thing that I can easily pick up that will put my shuffling to the next level without much effort? Well, I certainly have, and over the years I think I have found something that does just that. It's called hopping, and I'm here to tell you what exactly that is, how to use it, and how to implement it into your own dancing. But without further ado, let's jump into hopping. Friction is the resistance an object gets when it moves across a surface. So in our cases, most of the times, it's our feet that move along the floor. And resistance is the key word here. So it is harder for a person or an object to move across the surface. So the friction is higher, the more weight is being put on that surface from that object, okay? Now, what we want to do with hopping, as the name basically says, you want to hop very slightly on and off beat so that you lower the amount of weight that is being put onto the surface by your body. You lower that, and thereby you also lower the resistance, you lower the friction you get, okay? That time is when you want to be moving your feet across the floor because the friction is going to be lower during that time. Right? So this is basically what hopping is all about. Now, how do we actually do that? In order for me to showcase that, I need to get rid of that chair real quick. Hello there. Two more quick notes before we start. First of all, I have shuffled for a long time, and I have used hopping as well for a very long time, and so it has kind of become native and natural to me. It's kind of hard to just switch it off, so the effect that I want to show is maybe not going to be as strong. But I hope that you will still be able to see what exactly it is that I want to show you. Second note, I'm going to be focusing on the running man and the buffering running man and some arm movements, just for the sake of simplicity and just for showing you what exactly it is. I mean, let's start, I guess. First, I'm going to show it to you without hopping. So next up, shuffling with hopping. I'm sure you'll be able to tell the difference. Now that we've covered that, how do we actually go about practicing hopping, and how do we implement that into our own dancing? First of all, how do we practice it? That's very simple actually. Wait a second. Okay, with your weight resting on your toes, push yourself upwards, okay, from your calves. From here, use these muscles, these two bad boys. Ah! That's going to be the thumbnail, I can tell. So, use your calves, whoop, and push yourself off the ground very slightly, okay? Turn some music on and try to keep the beat with this, okay? So you're going to learn to keep balance with this movement, because sometimes you will fall over. You can also move the upper part of your body a little bit, and it's going to get a little bit harder, like this. Okay? On and off beat, so when the beat hits, and right in the middle between two beats, so to say, you want to be pushing yourself off the ground, right? Now, as for the second part, how do we implement that into our dancing? So almost every move in shuffling can be broken down into separate movements. It's either 2 movements, 3 movements, or 4 movements, right? So what you want to do is you want to identify the stages that you go through, so to say, when doing a move. So the different movements that one entire move consists of. So how to position your legs, and the step by step. Like for example, the running man consists of 2 steps. The T-step also consists of 2 steps. I can do a video later on that. But you want to find that, and before you do a move, basically. So the first part of every single move that you do should be a slight hop, followed by whatever move that it is, right? But they should happen simultaneously. So when starting the first movement of, let's say, the running man that you want to do, you would push yourself off the ground and then start pulling one leg back and pulling the one that's standing behind you, putting that in the middle so that you have one leg elevated and the leg you're standing on being straight, right? So whenever you start a new move, push yourself off the ground slightly and use the energy that you get, and as I said in the beginning of this video, the reduced friction, use that to move across the floor in whichever direction you want to go, and then either settle there and fulfill the second part of your movement and then come to a stand and then start doing the next move, or in case you want to keep moving, do another hop, which you should probably do regardless, because the next move that you're starting would also probably start with a hop, so this is kind of redundant. But then also if you would want to continue in that direction, for example, then you would also keep hopping and then keep moving into that direction, keep doing the running man, for example. So that's basically it. Again, break a single move down into separate movements, and then at the beginning of each move, use a hop and the generated energy from that hop in order to start your new move. That's going to be making dancing a lot smoother and a lot more energy inexpensive, right? You're going to be able to dance for a longer amount of time because you don't have to use as much energy that is being wasted for friction. Because we use our calves to generate the hop movement, our body can act as sort of a spring and we can sort of reuse the energy, at least a certain part of it, that we use in order for us to hop, because we're going to come back down and then we can use the energy because we're going to be bouncing off the ground slightly again. We can use that energy to go into the next hop, right? And that is going to make shuffling a lot easier. I hope this wasn't too technical and you could actually see what it is that I mean by hopping. It's a really, really great thing. When I discovered it, I was like, wow! My mind was blown, and I hope so will yours be. Other than that, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, make sure to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments what it is that you want to see next. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so. Lots of great videos are coming out. Keep practicing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.